Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Welcome back to this episode of the Nonsensical Knowledge Podcast, episode number 91.
91. Y'all do us a favor. If this is your first time watching or kicking it with us, make sure you hit that, smash that subscribe button, follow us, put the alerts on. Keep up with your boys at Nonsensical.
We are 9 episodes away from 100. Thank you to everyone that has been a part of our movement. We love you all. Wouldn't be here without your support. And once again, the best way to support the channel is to make a purchase from our TikTok shop, where whatever item sold, your boys earn a commission, or you can streamline the process and donate to our podcast Cash App at $Nonsensical Knowledge, or subscribe on Facebook. Every contribution goes right back into the channel and helps alleviate some of the costs associated with the podcast. Irv, what's good, Brody? It's been a minute. We have
What's up, man?
Catching up to do, bro. What's going on?
Any and everything. It's like the universe, bro. Anything that's possible is happening. It's live, man. It's live. It's like you trying to live life, bro, and it's like you got that overarching shit, just like, are these dudes going to smash us to smithereens? You know, like terrorist attacks in the U.S., you know, a lot of rumblings, wars, nuclear wars, like beef, man. It's a lot of shit, bro. Like, you know, I been trying to go through my days and shit, but like, I'm plugged in on that shit, man. You know, we got to know what's going on.
Well, it's really in your face as well. Like you said, it's this overarching cloud. Iran, Israel, Gaza. You know, we got what was it? The Minnesota lawmakers that were just assassinated in over there in Minnesota, and guy dressed up as a cop goes in, kills a bunch of people, like then gets away for a whole bunch of days. And like you said, man, it's just like so much going on with the news cycle that it's like it's so hard to keep up. And then behind the scenes, you have United Nations members attacking United Nations members. Like, it's the weirdest shit in the world, bro. Like, you can't even script this shit, you know?
No, bro. MAGA's fractured. Like, all of the MAGA elites are beefing and shit. War versus no war. Seems like Trump is, you know, backed into a wall, man, with this military, you know, industrial, bro. They want it. And
yeah, they want it bad. So, but like, what do you think is fracturing them the most, though? Do you think it's the war shit? Because really, you're starting to see like a lot of these representatives, the like you said, they're war hawks, man. Nancy Mace's, Israel has a right to defend itself. Like, bro, it's really crazy virtue signaling. You know,
it's crazy, man. And a lot of it, bro, is like, not that like I worship these people or anything like that, but like the work that Mace has been doing on UAP topic, you know what I mean? I fuck with, you know, or getting out classified information. But then you drop this, like, it's just like, oh man, what the fuck? But you know, you told me about her. Remember when we dug into her background, and it is what it is with her. We discovered that. Definitely take a look into her background, even on Wikipedia, and you could see a lot more about her, who she is.
Yeah, well, again, a lot of them are bought by what's that called, the APAC, which is like a pro-Israel, pro-Zionist kind of lobby that gets these congressional members or politicians in their pocket. And then it's like, if you have any aspirations in Washington, you have to be like pro-Israel, you know. Otherwise, they don't let you in.
So that's just like I fucked with Bernie Sanders before he got played by Hillary. I haven't been fucking with him at all because like he's been on some straight bullshit. But
He
now
got
he's
played
on
by the
the
whole Democrat establishment.
I mean, yeah, but I still looked at it like, bro, you got to fight. But knowing what I know now, bro, like your car would just go off the cliff, bro. Like you wanna, I was like, why don't you fight, bro? It's like, yeah, homie, they got a sniper across the street. I'm eating dinner with my wife. Like, don't fight. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw the Andrew Schulz podcast he did, Bernie.
Yeah,
but like,
I've seen that.
so yeah, he did Flagrant with Andrew Schulz, and he basically said it. He was like, "Look, man, they raped and tossed me out." He was like, they just didn't give a shit. He could have beat Hillary. He could have, been one of the. But again, that still makes me question him. Like you said, like there's a certain limit that you're bought to, and it's like he was bought by the pharmaceutical cats. Maybe he's not pro-Israel, but he's pro-pharmaceutical.
That's what I mean. You got like you can fuck with him on this war shit, like because it's something that you resonate with on. It's kind of like you gotta work with these people on the shit you align with. I mean, it's all over the place. I may disagree with all different views or whatever, or agree with some, but then you have that one issue where you connect with that person. Like, yeah, nah, fuck this war shit, and it's like, but there's really nobody fighting for us, man. Like, we're behind the 8 ball out here, bro. Like, no fucks given.
Yeah. No, it as we're seeing right now, and I guess we'll just kind of get into the topic right off the rip, because it is kind of that cloud that's hanging over everyone, and I know it's been bothering me a lot. The Israel-Iran conflict, right? What we're seeing here now is the same classic shit that we saw with Iraq with the weapons of mass destruction. Right? They're days away from a nuclear weapon. They're hours away from a nuclear weapon. They're, years away. Like, there's just been this crazy, ridiculous timeline for Israel pushing up on Iran. Right? When we put it all together, they got Syria, they got Lebanon, they got Iraq. The only one that's left is Iran.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what bothers me the most is that we have a coalition of countries called the United Nations where we're supposed to not do that, and Israel just runs down on Iran. What do you think is like going on there? Do you think this is just an age-old ancient civilization versus ancient civilization type shit? What up, George? We see you out there.
George, what's good?
So yeah, they pop up on the screen now, everyone. So anybody listening that leaves a comment, I see that down there, Irv, under you. It puts them right on the screen now.
I see it. Oh, that's cool.
It's super cool. So now everybody, it just goes automatically up there. You guys let it go, and get the chats going or whatever.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? Do you think these are just two ancient civilizations that are like, yo, we fucking hate each other? Or is this really what's like, or is this just the West pushing up on the Middle East? Like, yo, we got this the only regime that ain't fucking with us. We need just one more regime change war. That's it. We just need one. Just one more.
No. Did you see this shit, bro? So yeah, I'm getting ready to go to bed, bro, right? And then I get the alert. Yo, we discovered a secret. On Fox News. Secret 2,500 acre enriched uranium plant. Like, it was hidden, and then the satellites discovered it last night, bro. Last night. I'm like, bro, you just happen to find an enrichment plant now, overnight. Like, it's right here with the satellite evidence, bro. I'm like, that's fucking Iraq, bro. That's Iraq all over again. I just was laughing. I was like, are you people really trying to use the same fucking playbook? This is fucking late.
No deviation. Like, literally, run it back. It's the flea flicker. It's the political flea flicker.
No, bro. No, no, man. I'm not rocking with it. Yeah, I'm like, no way, bro. Like, people are like, oh, see, yo, we gotta find that, bro. We gotta find that shit.
What is it?
It's a secret uranium
enrichment. Oh, okay. Let me see if I'll see if I can find it real fast.
Find that shit because, bro, like, they dropped that news story last night. And if that's their intelligence and that's what they're saying, bombs are flying. Bombs are flying.
Okay, well, let's reverse real quick. We'll get into that article in a second. Because you said the intelligence and the intel, what did you think about Trump's comments towards Tulsi Gabbard? Because basically they asked Trump, like, yo, and I think I have the video on our X that I'll queue up after this article. But essentially, back when Tulsi was installed, they said, oh, here it is. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, one day ago. Let me see if I can share the screen here. So everyone, we got 11 people with us, at least on, we got 8 on X, 2 on Facebook, 1 on Twitch, 1 on Instagram. Can't see Rumble. Looks like we're having an issue with Kick. We'll have to get that situated. But shout out to everybody out there. Tap in, leave us a comment. All right, so what the fuck am I doing? I gotta share the screen here. Present. All right. Is this the one you're talking about?
Let me see.
The secret Iranian nuclear site that's a key target for Israel.
Yes.
It's key to Iran's nuclear program, the Fordo plant, in a mountain layer where hundreds of centrifuges, hidden possibly 90 meters underground, enrich uranium to 60%. So I think it might be a video. But this might explain why they're talking about bringing in those bunker busters, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they created one. There's no way you just found out about this plant, right? So, like, they're presenting this. We just discovered this plant yesterday, 1 day ago. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're gonna ask who is actually gonna believe that shit?
It's their peaceful nuclear program. Here's the very little we know about the Fordo nuclear plant and its heavily fortified world. Inside a secure perimeter, these images show the mountain layer in which its hundreds of centrifuges hide perhaps 90 meters underground and enrich uranium to 60%, IAEA reports have said. Tiny white squares show the tunnel entrances, and above the surface is a support building. Israel has already targeted this huge Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps facility near Qom in northern Iran in the past days. The IAEA has reported no damage to the site as of Monday, although Iran has reported shooting down an Israeli drone nearby. Has Israel concluded it can't penetrate its defences without huge bunker buster bombs only the US has? It's unclear. But Israel has now escalated its conflict with Iran to the point it must ensure Tehran can't build a nuclear bomb, and so Fordo's fate is critical.
All right, so let me take that down real fast. Remove. So essentially, catching some audio from the other page, but the Fordo plant. This is the one you're talking about that they were allegedly enriching more. enriching more uranium. In my honest opinion, bro, from everything that I've been seeing, I think they already have one. To be honest, like, I think they've had one.
Bingo.
And they're tired of getting talked to like this. They're tired of getting little brothered out here.
Oh, that's they showed they made a video on CapCut, bro. Of
Who did?
A dude stroking a nuclear bomb.
Oh shit! shit. You're right. I did see that.
They're like,
That is-
yo, they said tonight we're gonna give the world something to remember for centuries.
I did see that. Oh yes, here. This is excellent. Check this out. I just see it, y'all. Listen, just for everybody out there, I went just fucking straight down the rabbit hole today, and was bookmarking everything. So let's add to stage. Let's share this tab instead. Let's throw a little BB Netanyahu on there real quick. This is a compilation.
So 6 months
video.
away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb. Iran is
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
2018.
Iran is so dangerous.
2015.
Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear.
All right. So as you can see, this has been a running narrative for a super long time, right? So like they've been trying to get Iran for the longest time. And I guess one of my biggest issues is the hypocrisy and the lack of international or recognition of international law, right? So a lot of us know that Israel don't sign none of them treaties. It doesn't sign the nuclear proliferation acts. It doesn't do any of that. It just does what the fuck it wants. But that was one of the bookmarks. Let's see. I think I got the Tulsi. I think I got the Tulsi thing too, though.
Yeah, because Tulsi said,
"Go ahead."
There's no evidence of that shit. So, like, I don't know. I'm sure she can't be happy.
Well, absolutely not, man. All right. So I guess here's what I guess I'll do, because I got the Trump video too. I'm trying to find. This is a lot of the Minnesota shit too. I'm just trying to find the Tulsi video. I guess I'll have to look it up. I have to search that shit. Where's everybody from? We got 36.
Shout out to everybody. 34 on X. You know, our X heads. Where you from? Shoot us a tweet.
Right.
Don't be shy.
Trying to get more active on there. That's like so X is Irv's app. That's Irv's app. I'm trying to get better.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I got an X issue, man.
I don't think it's an issue. You've been with Twitter before it was X. You know what I mean? So in a long time, bro. You know, since
it just
the early
got
days.
a lot of just so like to the point, like you're getting real time shit. You know, like shit's actually happening. I've been trolling heavy lately, bro. I just don't even care. On this,
I'd be seeing you on there sometimes.
Getting some of my aggravation out and arguing with cats about good shit though. You know what I mean? Like,
all right.
Like you just can't kill heads.
Yeah, right. All right. So I found a Tulsi video. I'm gonna throw that up real quick, and then we'll throw up the Trump response.
The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003. The IC continues to monitor closely if Tehran decides to reauthorize its nuclear weapons program. The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003. The IC continues to monitor closely if Tehran decides to reauthorize its nuclear weapons program.
All right, so that's Tulsi Gabbard. And now she is the Director of National Intelligence, right? That's her correct title. So
That's
she
correct.
oversees all of the intelligence agencies, right? The CIA, the DIA, the FBI, the any acronym you can think of, they report to her, right? So let's pull that down, right? And now we're gonna go back real fast because I do have the Trump jammy, but this is what's interesting about it is like how splintered they are. Because the way he says it too, he's like, I don't care what she said. There it is.
That's just not. That's that corporate shit, bro.
Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon. But how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having it.
Always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon. But how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having it.
Always said that you don't believe
All right, so
Iran
that's
should be
Trump,
able to.
right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Irv? What do you think is going on there? Why is there a disconnect? And I might have to find the 7 years or 7 countries, 5 years plan thing in a minute. But what do you think is going on here? Why are they so splintered? Does Israel have Trump by the balls and he's just like, fuck it now?
It's just a lot of things, bro. Like, you got Palantir in there now, and you got a lot of Zionist neocons around him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that he's rolling with, and like pushing all the people that helped him get there out. In a sense, like, nah, you ain't gonna let me roll how I want to roll. Like, I don't care what she says. Like, bro, she's in control of all the intelligence agencies. Like, what the fuck do you mean you don't care? That's craziness.
No, that's absurd. That's absurd because it's like, how do you run I guess a well-oiled machine, which I guess the government has never been. But in any event, it's like no actual intelligence. And this is like one of the big things that what's his face Ian Carroll keeps he's trolling like a motherfucker too on X, because he'll just be like, this is your daily reminder that nobody has provided evidence yet that Iran has a nuclear bomb. You know. And but to be honest, bro, I don't know, man. It's kind of strange why Trump would be even considering going in now, you know.
Like, bro, listen to this list of what she's over: Air Force intelligence, Army intelligence, Central intelligence, Coast Guard intelligence, Defense intelligence, Department of Energy, Department of Homeland Security, Department of State, Department of Treasury, Drug Enforcement Administration, Federal FBI, Marine Corps intelligence, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, National Reconnaissance Office, National Security Agency, Navy Intelligence, Space Force Intelligence. And you don't care what she says? Like,
yeah.
You might want to care what she says, bud. You just might.
Yeah. But that's, again, kind of shows you how it doesn't matter, man. They put these people there like, oh, okay, yeah, we gave Tulsi. Everybody loves Tulsi. Tulsi got a dope ass job, but then really it doesn't matter what she says. So, and as we've seen with the narrative, like going towards, I don't know. I guess for me, it was out of left field for this Israel to just attack Iran, right? But after Gaza, no, like, is this just like, are we gonna forget about Gaza too? Like all the people killed in Gaza?
Not even talking about it. They just murdered 57 people in the 8 line and shit. It's like, yeah, man. It's like this week I just been feeling like I really live on a planet with psychopaths, bro, that are just hell bent on destruction.
And power.
I don't have any love for any of that shit, bro. I don't got beef with none of these people. Like, I want all these people to do well and live life, and, experience success around the world in Gaza, Israel, like all these, Iran, all of these places, bro. Like, but the powers that be continue to play these crazy games, bro, that cost life and money when people are out here struggling all over the world, bro. Fuck all of that. Like, it's a global fucking world now. And that's just like, okay, so we gotta live on a planet with these cats that are just hell bent on fucking destroying the shit. Like, what do we do? What do we do?
What can we do?
What can we do? Exactly. What can we do, bro? Like, do cats take up arms, bro? Like, they got drones flying around and put a bullet in your head, like like, it's crazy, bro. Like,
well, not even just that. What is it? Wait till they get that Palantir fucking database going.
Yeah, bro.
This is like all of the stuff that we've missed. So if it seems like we're kind of going off in little directions, it's like shit that we missed. But it's all part of the bigger story and how this shit is shaping up, right? Yeah. So they have this shit that's coming out, man. And like you said, now they're like literally, what is it? Like desensitizing everyone to drones in the sky. So there's gonna be drones everywhere all the time. You're going to be in a database, a registry. Not trying to fearmonger anyone, but these contracts have been signed. This shit is already done.
Yeah, we're definitely dumping tonight because it's just been so much going on. But, like, you could definitely catch some of our prior episodes. Like, we dig into a lot of shit. Like, I feel like all of our episodes are just all tied together and telling one big story, about this world, man, about life,
about this reality, this dimension,
this whatever reality, bro.
Whatever you want to call it, bro. Yeah, no diggity, because it's hard to make it like, it's hard to seem like this shit is real too. Like, it's that bananas. Like that's how wild shit is right now. It seems fake.
It seems fake, right? Nah, you can't script it, bro. You really can't script this shit. It's like, I don't know, man. It's a wild experience, more than ever, man. And so, how have you been maintaining, bro? Like, how do you feel about where we're headed? Shit's going on out there.
Oh, don't get me started. I mean, it's tough for me, man, because like obviously I know that there's a global conspiracy in a sense of countries that want to push democracy upon other countries. So, like we talked about on the phone the other day, is like what a lot of people don't realize is Iran is like ancient Persia. That's the Persian Empire. So all that shit you read about in history books about the Persian Empire is like they got some of the craziest historical sites in the world too. Like some of the oldest like human artifacts, archaeological sites, like all kinds of crazy shit over there. But they also have a regime with this supreme leader, Ayatollah. I can't remember exactly his name right this second, but he's a douche. He's a fucking douche. He's a douchebag, but at the same time, like, this is like, we're meddling in other countries' affairs. And we it's hard for me because, like I said, I feel like America has a big choice to make right now, and we might witness one of America's worst mistakes ever in our time. That's how I feel about that shit, at least.
I think so too, man. It's like this. It's this arrogance, this cockiness, like that shit always gets humbled. Like whether it's on a 1-to-1 basis or on a nation to nation level, man. I just like we're sailing sent over to Nimitz. The Nimitz is barreling its way over.
Yeah.
Actually, he's got 2 strike groups going, so that's 12 ships per strike group. So that's like 24 ships capable of wreaking havoc. A lot of people have been talking about because the Nimitz is getting decommissioned next year, so people are like, oh, it's perfect to just sink
false
it,
flag, yeah,
false flag it, and then we're full tilt, bombs away.
Well, did you see that interview that Netanyahu gave about how he was like, oh, well, it's Tel Aviv today, it's New York City tomorrow, or it's New York tomorrow? Like, same thing kind of fueled those same false flag rumors because
That's
now
crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it's hard to comprehend that these cats would want to do this shit.
Like I'm so against all this shit, bro. Like I actually want to do something, Like I feel like us talking about it is doing something on a certain level, you know what I mean? Like it's therapeutic too to get that out, but like we should be charting a different course, man. Like globally, like on some people shit. Like we need a new course.
I think people are waking up though. I think we're still the minority, but I think we've grown so much in numbers that it's a tidal wave at this point. No, but like the general consensus, I bet you if we could go, we should do this one day. We're gonna go out in public. We're gonna hit one of like the boardwalks, bro, and we're just gonna ask. We're just gonna do a fun survey and be like, "Yo, you trust the government?" Random question: you trust the government? You know what I mean? And just take a tally. There really isn't a lot of people that are going for this shit anymore, and especially with the way, and not to like get off topic of Iran and Israel, but like the Minnesota shit. Like the Minnesota shit is like so blatantly crazy. Like I'm confounded like about that shit. Like it just none of it makes sense. It seems staged, it seems perpetrated, but the world is a stage. So like us seeing these countries run up in like someone that is also a member of the United Nations, they don't care about sovereignty.
No. Yeah, I heard that the police were in the house with him. Like,
oh, dude, listen, bro, stop. It's that they weren't in the house with him. And I'll play when we get past the Iran Israel shit. We'll fucking throw the video up, dude. But basically, they said that there was a car in the driveway when 2 police officers already arrived. The guy, the murderer, allegedly was already outside on his way into the home. And they had gunfire. He somehow made it in the house, murdered both the people, and skated out the back door while these 2 cops were still outside.
Yeah.
But then he also had the hyper realistic mask. It's like it's the shit. When we get into that shit, it's gonna be bananas, bro.
Yeah. Fucking cheese fest, bro. It's really It's really scripted, man. It's crazy. It's like I was watching a show where they Lioness, this military show, where they kidnapped a senator, and they killed the senator's family, and they took the senator to Mexico, and it was like the CIA was working to get her back and shit, and like they ended up saving her, but like someone assassinated her family, like her little kids and her husband. But then this happens. I'm like, jeez, like it's a predictive fucking programming, like
yeah,
like I
it's
know
almost
the CIA's.
Yeah, it's definitely a strange subject, but we'll jump into that in a minute. Where do you think this Israel-Iran shit goes? Like you said a little while ago, Iran itself posted to X a AI video of someone stroking a nuke, right? It also said that they were going to unleash something tonight that the world would remember for centuries to come. Where do you think this is headed?
I mean, it could go nuclear. It could definitely get there. I mean, that's the game we're playing right now. Like, that's the legit game we're playing, is straight nuclear. Like, how long have these guys been fucking with Iran, bro? Like, how long have they been saying we got to take them out? Like, your only hope is to build a bomb.
Yeah.
That's your only hope, bro. So, I'm sure, I mean, Obama dropped a pallet of cash off to them, billions of dollars, like last day in office. Here you go, hold that down.
Yeah.
Joe Biden opened up their oil. They made hella billions on that. Like, yeah, we'll buy some hypersonic missiles. It just stinks, bro. That shit.
Well, it's kind of crazy too, because Iran's president came out. What was it? It might even have been like shortly after Trump was elected, and was like, remember he put out that interview. Can't remember. I don't think it was with Tucker. It was with someone else, but he was like, "Yo, we just want to be a part of the world. We were already in your fucking nuclear deal before you guys pulled out." You know what I mean? And then we've been trying to keep taking these steps. But if I'm going to be honest, if I keep getting pressed up on like that, and the only reason you're not pushing up on Russia, or you're not pushing up on China or Pakistan, is because they have the same nuclear capability. But Iran doesn't. So it's like, now they're getting bullied. Now they're getting tossed around like, oh, okay, no, you can't have no nukes. But we can.
Like, who made you the master of the universe? You know what I mean? Like if if you're a country in your country, like, bro, who are you? Like, you run the whole shit. Like, this whole everything is yours. Okay.
And the double standard. So again, Israel doesn't have to disclose what they have. They don't have to disclose. They don't have to submit to inspections. They have what's called the Samson option, which we'll get into that in a moment. But it's like, why is it okay for Israel to be treated like that, and like a Muslim country like Iran? And I get the difference in the regimes, you know what I mean? But to me, these are the same people.
Yeah.
The same people that are treating women like the Ayatollah is, Netanyahu is treating these people. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad comparison to make, but at the same time, it's like, I don't see a difference in the regimes. This dude is murderous, rampage psycho who's actually like in Israel on trial for shit. BB. Like they're talking about fucking Netanyahu. He's going to prison as soon as he leaves office.
Yeah, he's got war crimes all over the globe. You know what I mean? Like it's yeah, bro, it's dicey, man. It's
But so
dicey.
why do you think they let Israel do that though?
Oh, because you got the Judeo-Christian hookup, man. Like
God
if we're
wants
Christian,
me.
yeah, if we're a Christian nation, like we say we are, and you know, people believe in Christ, then that objective is to stand with them. Like if you're with them, like and this was my teachings, bro. Like if you're with them, you will be blessed. If you're not, you will be cursed. Like oh, but you are adopted. You're adopted into the family because Jesus Christ is came and he died for your sins. But they're like, we need a Messiah too. Like our Messiah didn't come. So you got that like biblical shit. Then you got the financial, bro. Like dominate the financial markets, bro. Like if you're dominating the financial markets, bro, you're donating to you're funding all of the politicians, bro. All of them.
Probably funding a lot of governments as well.
Governments, weapons, yeah. Like you're like so they're. I mean, and they're God's chosen to Christians and to them to Judaism.
So do you think, and this, I guess this is getting into some touchy territory, but do you think that could lead to the idea of a Jewish superiority?
Most definitely.
So essentially, it's like, wait, no, the Gentiles or whatever they consider us is like, and I've seen videos, man, on X where, and I can't verify if they're true, but it looked like Orthodox Jews basically saying that when the Messiah comes, they'll be granted like 2,800 slaves, and we're the slaves. You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah. Nah, bro. I mean,
I don't know how true it is. You know what I mean?
That's. I mean, how their God rolls in that Old Testament, bro. He's vicious. I also think it's from that too, bro. Like, I mean, like shit in the scriptures, bro. Like, yo, go kill the entire village, murder and rape their wives, circumcise all of their children, like kill the children, kill the goats, kill the babies, like burn their houses, steal their jewelry, like, and then when you do that, I will forgive you and I will love you again. Like that's their training, bro. Like
yeah,
they're following the Old Testament, then there's no. That's how God was then.
So that's kind of that's an interesting thought in itself, because if that's like what really what the belief is, that shit, like we've talked about this on the podcast before about how like when you're doing it for God, it's almost like that kamikaze mission shit. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. That's what God wants.
Yes. There's no debate. You can't debate that because you have that faith, like super religious, bro. Pray, won't eat garbage. Only need the kosher, like straight follow those laws, man. And it's and those laws include shit like they do, bro. So it's like, and then you can't speak about it really. You can't like say like, nah, this is fucked up, because you're actually attacking their religion. Like
right.
You're like, this is what we believe in. Like you can't attack our shit.
But there is a difference though. And there are Jews out there that will say that there is a difference. There is a difference between Judaism and Zionism.
Yes.
where there is like that belief in a superiority, because that's where Zionism is. Zionism is like and I guess I'll pull up a definition for it here in a second, but essentially the idea that is the superiority. Like everybody
Yeah.
else is just our whatever.
If you're God's chosen, bro, how special are you? You're special. Like, you're the one. Nah, but it's crazy too, because like, got Jewish friends, Jewish clients, and whatnot, and like, they're like,
Yeah.
someone like Netanyahu's a straight scumbag. Like,
Yeah.
there's people in all of these nations, like, most of the people are not happy with their governments. It's not like there's Jewish people in Israel. Like, I don't fuck with Netanyahu. Like, I don't like him. I want him gone. Like, there's people like that all over the world. So it's like, it's not people, bro. It's governments, these power structures.
Well, one thing we've always tried to make clear is that when we say Israel and sometimes maybe by accident say Jews, it's we're talking about the deep state of this country. Like it's the deep state. It's the typical prototypical conspiracy that these, like, obviously Netanyahu won't give up power, like, because he knows he's going to prison. So guess what? He's going to start a few wars. Like, oh wait, guess what? I'm here until all of this shit is over, and then we're going to buy time, and then I'm going to be a hero, and then it's like, so we're never talking directly about the everyday Jew. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no,
but it is tough to talk about because they've made it such a hot button. The media and everybody else is like a hot button topic to where you can't question this shit.
No, and that's not right. You should be able to question what the hell you want. You know, like if you feel a certain way, question. Like, don't silence somebody. Like, you might learn something from that person. You know.
Sure. And then we also have to have, like, we got to figure out this history shit, bro. Because, like, when we talk about like the Bolsheviks and like shit, like incidents throughout history, it's like, and for any culture, any race, anything. It could be anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like there's like a certain narrative where the winner paints the picture. And there was a lot of fuck shit on the other side.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the way they teach us the history, like, look at all of those winners too. They weren't like spectacular specimens of humans. You know what I'm saying? That
hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, let's just fucking wash all of this shit, including religious texts, man. So it's like, it's just strange, man. That's the same power structures here.
What do you mean?
It really is. Like, from like church, like the Catholic Church coming up, like the popes, the kings, you know, then became the bankers, like all those mega wealthy, mega rich people who dominated this system for centuries, bro, are still here. Like, their spirit, their way of their beliefs are still here running shit, bro. It's almost like the Bible talks with like a fallen angels in a sense that have been here forever, bro, and they just keep perpetuating the same bullshit. Like, but some of these high elites are tapped into those dimensions, bro.
Yeah, no question. I feel like there's definitely a level of that shit too, where they might be in contact with some nefarious motherfuckers. You know?
Right?
Hell yeah.
But then at the same time, when you open that possibility, bro, we might as well just be in a Thor movie. Like, at this point, like when you can think about the possibility, then it actually could be something. It's like, this shit is a crazy ass fucking movie.
Well, it's insane too because I don't know if you heard about that game. A bunch of shit. I was just listening about it again the other day, and I forgot the fucking name of it. There's a game that these developers created that continues to go on constantly. So basically, they've built an algorithm that the game it doesn't have to be played. This whole world just keeps moving and evolving as the shit. Hold on one second.
Yo, 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 yo.
Anyways, yeah, there's this video game. I'm gonna try to find it. I can't remember who's talking about it.
That's a cool ass game. Sounds cool.
Well, but that's the thing. Is it a game now? The thing is moving and learning and creating and evolving all in real time.
Yo, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. You creates all these different life forms.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, that's what this place is.
That runs. Damn, I can't remember what it was called. But it's almost like a simulation, bro. So it's like it sounds just like us. Like the shit's gonna keep evolving and keep evolving and keep evolving. And the data builds up, and let me see here. I can't find it. I can't remember who was talking about it. But simulation shit, and that's why it's like weird. But even with all these like trading, these countries trading bombs right now, it's like, dude, it feels like somebody's just fucking playing Risk. And it's like, let me move this country over here. Let me move this country over here. But
send the ships over.
Those are the bankers you were talking about too, though. Those are the power structures that are here and doing that shit. It's like, oh no, we got to get Iran, man.
Hate to do it to you. Actually, do it to you, Ayatollah. We gotta do it, though.
I know.
Their bombs are kind of old, bro. Like, we ain't dropped bombs really like that in a while. Like, they need to clear out the inventory.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like, we can't. I mean, these guys.
No, we sell that in the Middle East, dude. We sell those in the Middle East, and it keeps us fresh. You know what I mean?
We need a conflict here. We need some beef. Who you got? How about Iran?
Yeah, that shit's hilarious, man, because it's like sooner or later we're going to start to see like F-16s versus our F-16s, and it's going to be like dog fights with all military, like U.S. military equipment. I mean, insane. They're the best war ever.
Yeah. Us versus us.
All right, so to wrap up Iran and Israel, what are your hopes? And what do we think is the conclusion? What is it going to take for a conclusion?
Well, hopefully a peace deal's reached. They stop the fighting. I mean, I think that's a long shot. I think some bombs are going to drop. Maybe we fire some Tomahawk missiles out, bang up a couple facilities and move on. But China and Russia said, and Pakistan are like, fuck that, bro, we're with you. So, like,
yeah,
a regional war, but like everybody's broke, bro. Like, we don't got the money to do that shit. So, yeah, man, I'll just keep an eye out, but it is what it is at this point, man. There's nothing I can do. This is what I'm doing to just talk about this shit. It's helpful.
Yeah, it really is too, because like these are major world events and affect everybody on a global scale. And your leaders are warmongers. Doesn't matter what the fucking party is. So, but moving on. Minnesota, bro. Let's jump into that. So some dude dresses up as a cop, goes and kills a senator and a congresswoman, right? Like, or I think kill. Let me pull it up. Let me pull that shit up. The video.
Senator and representative, right?
I believe so. One was killed, and I think one was in critical condition. So let's see here. Let's see if we can get a story on it. Vance Bolter. Yep, that's the one. Bro, I think DuckDuckGo has been fucking bought again.
Yeah, let's just bought it, yo. Fucking bought
right.
it.
Let's see here. What we know about Vance Butler. But anyways, essentially what happened. Oh, all right. So here we go. Here it looks like a decent. I don't know who. This is NBC. Fuck them, but well, I guess we'll throw it up there. This tab. Fucking Wi-Fi is being weird. All right. So what we know about Vance Bolter, the suspect in the Minnesota lawmaker shootings. Come on with these. The man suspected of fatally shooting a Democratic Minnesota state representative and her husband, and wounding another state legislator and his wife, was captured in a Green Isle field Sunday evening after a massive 2-day manhunt. Authorities said Vance Bolter, 57, wore a, quote, hyper-realistic mask. When we get done reading this, we'll show you that mask. That shit looks fake as fuck. Silicone face mask, body armor, and a tactical vest to impersonate a law enforcement officer when he carried out the violent rampage early Saturday. He planned, quote, his attack carefully. Acting U.S. Attorney for the District of Minnesota, Joseph Thompson, said, and used the internet to research his victims and their families. He conducted surveillance on their homes and took notes on the homes' locations, Thompson said at a news conference Monday. Bolter also allegedly purchased materials to make a fake police license plate for his SUV and equipped the vehicle with law enforcement style lights before the shootings that killed Democratic State Rep Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark Hortman, and wounded State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette Hoffman. Thompson said it's clear Bolter had been, quote, planning these attacks for quite some time. He faces both federal and state charges. I guess. Who is Bolter? In an online video, Bolter described himself as a married father of 5 from Green Island, Minnesota. He said he works for 2 funeral homes and previously worked for 3 decades in the food industry. Bolter said in the video that he once traveled to the Democratic Republic of Congo to partner with farmers and fishermen to help stimulate the country's food supply system. Bolter had a handful of traffic violations, including speeding and not using a seatbelt. According to a statement, he attended the Christ for the Nations Institute from 1998 to 1990, when he graduated with a diploma in practical theology, leadership, and pastoral. So anyways, that's this guy. That's the guy that dressed up like homeboy, a cop. What we got here? Oh, look at this. It's a spam comment. Up to 51 viewers. Shout out to everybody out there with us. What do you guys think about this Minnesota shit? Kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's more weirdness, bro. It's just Tim Walz' guy, bro. Tim Walz is homeboy.
Let me take that down real fast. Yeah, so what was the deal there? He appointed him to something? I'm trying to find the videos right now. Where's everybody tapping in from? Oh, yeah, Anonymous allegedly came out and said they had some video shit.
They do too?
So, well, not on the Minnesota shit, but Anonymous, I guess I can play it before we forget about it, I guess. Let me see here. Share this tab instead. Add a stage. It's been a while since we've heard from Anonymous.
This is not a drill. This is not space. Hello, my fellow citizens of America and others across the globe. This is the architect, speaking on behalf of Anonymous. 17 days remain until we release everything. But first, there's something we feel the need to bring to light now. It may not be able to wait. This is not a drill. This is not speculation. This is a warning based on extremely reliable intelligence. We have acquired verified information that a major attack is being planned on domestic soil. It will be brutal, it will be visible, and it will be blamed on a foreign faction, one from the Middle East. But that is a lie. The operation is a false flag, orchestrated not by a foreign enemy, but by an elite shadow alliance within a nation that poses as our greatest ally, but instead is a hyper-militarized power with deep influence through sexual blackmail in our intelligence, government, and media sectors. The goal? To drag us into their war, under the guise of retaliation. But the real motive isn't justice. It's control, resources, power. A goal they can only achieve by using us as their puppets. They know that once blood is spilled here, the public will beg for retribution. They're counting on your fear. They're counting on your outrage. But now you know. And knowing changes everything. This is not just about geopolitics. This is about the manipulation of a population through violence, fear, and engineered narrative. In the next few days, weeks, or months, this will happen. It's a guarantee. The irrefutable proof of what's being planned is in this message. You don't have to believe us now. Just know when you see it who the true terrorists are. It is not who they will say it is. It will come from none other than our own greatest ally. When you see it, you will understand the scale. You will understand the pattern. If we stay silent, we walk into the trap. But if we stand together, share the truth, and refuse to be played, we can stop it. Or at the very least, wake the nation and the world up to what's actually happening. You are not powerless. You are not alone. Prepare. Stay alert. And above all, think for yourself. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forget. We do not forget. Expect us.
Ominous shit, bro. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like we used to hear from Anonymous so much more before social media, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Get back to the Minnesota shit in a sec. What do you think? You think when's the last time like there was like a really big Anonymous thing? So it's hard to tell these days.
Yeah, I was seeing like some spoofs. I don't know. Some of them I didn't know. Like that one seemed pretty official, but who's to say what official is anymore?
I know, dude, especially with AI and shit. I'm looking for the video, I guess. I'm gonna I thought I had bookmarked the shit with the mask this guy was wearing, but here we'll listen to this guy real quick.
Belter then traveled to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Belter then traveled to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, in the home of Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman. At approximately 3:30 a.m., Belter arrived at Representative Hortman's house in his black SUV with the police license plates. He parked in the driveway and left the emergency lights on his SUV flashing as if he was a police officer. Belter approached Representative Hortman's home, again dressed as a police officer, wearing the tactical vest and body armor, and wearing that hyper-realistic mask. He was armed and carrying a flashlight. Before he entered the home, 2 Brooklyn Park police officers arrived at the scene. They too had been dispatched to check on Representative Hortman after learning of the shooting of Senator Hoffman. When they arrived at the scene, they saw Belter's black SUV parked in the driveway with the emergency lights flashing, and they saw Belter standing in front of the house several feet from the door. When Belter saw the officers get out of the car, he drew his weapon and began firing. He rushed into the house through the front door, firing into it. He repeatedly fired into the house, and when he entered, he murdered Representative Hortman and her husband, Mark. The Brooklyn Park police officers fired at Belter as he...
So, again, he engaged police. None of this shit adds up to me, in my opinion. This guy allegedly had some political hit list, a manifesto, all kinds of other shit already written up for him. And he, like you said earlier, he was Tim Walz's guy, right? So, what do you think is going on here? Or do you think this was just some random dude? Because again, let's have the facts out. She did vote against some shit like 4 days prior to this. She went against party lines and she voted against, I guess, what was it? Healthcare for illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she ends up dead. But do you think this was like just a random politically motivated thing? He got who he got. This guy doesn't seem like the guy. You know what I mean? He just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't seem like your standard killer, I guess, in a sense.
Nah. Kind of reminds me like Trump assassins. Like, kind of seems he fits that mold of those types of dudes.
Like the off-brand, the great value assassins.
Yeah. Yeah, that is classic right there. Yeah, that is classic. You nailed that shit, bro. Straight New Balance, cutting the grass.
Yeah, bro. They're like off-brand. But this like same thing with this guy. Like I guess I don't know what an assassin would look like. I guess only from the movies and shit. But at the same time, like this dude, he was obviously like a pastor. He was all that shit. He was in the food industry for 30 years. He went to the Congo to help people with food and shit. And then he was appointed by, what'd you say he was appointed to? Do you remember what he said? He was appointed to something by Tim Walz.
Yeah, Tim Walz. I don't remember what he was with it.
For anybody that doesn't know, was Kamala's running mate, was Tim Walz.
Yes.
Why do they call him Tampon Tim?
Oh, he put tampons in boys' bathrooms.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
What? Yo, one of the names, bro. That has got to be one of the greatest political names. That's negative though. You know, you're instant herb.
Yeah, forever, for life. So, but what did he get appointed to? Let's see if we can find exactly what he got appointed to. But it's kind of like, so do you think this is just coincidence, or do you think this is like some political, like, yo, you just voted against? Because another weird thing is there's a lot of speculation of if he was a registered Republican or registered Democrat. I personally don't think it really matters. Homie killed Democrats, but he was also carrying a bunch of No Kings flyers, right? They found like a ton of No Kings flyers in his car.
Yeah, but that's too convenient too. It's like, oh yeah, I got these No King. I'm handing out these No King flyers too while I'm fucking driving around after I kill these
people out.
Like, it's just like, I don't know, bro. It's these stories just don't add up, man. They just don't. So, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna show my political affiliation. So after I'm caught, all of my party can suffer because of my ignorance. No, I'm gonna scrub everything. Like, you're gonna leave no traces but whatever was before you activated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's odd because this dude was like not like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't.
Look like he touched boys, bro. Like, he looks like a predator. Like,
pervert.
Yeah, like, who knows? Maybe this dude's got numbers or something. Like, but I think honestly, bro, there's mad factions within our country. Like, a lot of shit's happening outside of government too with these NGOs. So it's like you got like all of Obama people's out there, Clintons are still out there, like all of these people are still out there, bro, like running their co-ops. Like,
well, there's speculation that he was in an NGO that was either in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Let's see, this is him here. Let's see if we
you got him, yeah. And then I think they said like Elon cut the funding.
Why is it still showing?
You might murk some people, bro. The money these cats was getting, man. The money these NGOs were getting, bro. I'm upset I didn't start an NGO, bro.
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Fucking
that's what happened. All right, so I gotta click on this. What is going on? I want to share this tab instead. Oh, there he is. So this is the guy. This is Vance Luther Bolter or whatever. This is the picture he got when he was caught. But yeah, and it seems really fishy to me, bro, because let me see if I can find an image of the mask and the hyper realistic mask and what's it called here? So we just went past one, but I don't think that's really a great one. Let's try this one. Share this tab. So this is the hyper realistic mask that they're claiming homeboy wore. Look at this. Now this is like I said before, it bothers the fucking life out of me because I've seen a lot of police officers in my day, and I gotta imagine these senators have seen a lot of police officers in their day, and definitely being in Congress and being a lawmaker, you've dealt with law enforcement, and I'm sure decked to the gills with guns and vests and everything else. But what we're going to do is so the mask already, I don't know if you guys, and leave us a comment down below. Do you guys think that this is like plausible? Like, what would you do? Do you think you would notice? But even the flashlight, like, look at the flashlight. Flashlight looks fake as fuck. Don't look like a flashlight a cop would carry. Look at the great value ass. Like, this looks like a Halloween costume, bro. Like, do you see this? Like, I gotta find a better picture of it.
Is that a Michael Myers?
I don't think it's Michael Myers. Could be. But let me see. Let me see if I can find another pic of it. Because to me, I don't know. To me, it just seemed fucking crazy. It seems crazy. Seems crazy to me. He just don't look real. Don't look like a real cop to me. And then these
Do you know
guys,
what mask that is? Michael Myers or some shit? It could be.
I'm not entirely sure.
Look like
These apparently are the ring photos. So let's see. I don't know how I got jammed up over here. Share screen. I think this is it. Now let me see if I can zoom in. All right, so that's him right there. That shit looks like Michael Myers, bro.
That's right.
I don't know, bro. That just does not look real to me. And yeah, I don't know. But anyways, he got away for a couple days. They did catch him. He allegedly had a manifesto, a whole list of names, political, I guess, in a sense, a bunch of targets is what they said, you know. Yeah. Kind of crazy.
No, there's bro. No, man. That's yeah, they're saying it's hyper realistic. Like she actually believed this was this dude's face.
All right, so hold on a second
So
here.
Grap just told me, bro.
Ready? So check it out.
Yeah.
I gotta add it back to the stage, but I gotta share this tab instead. All right, so I think he says it.
SUV flashing as if he was a police officer. Belter approached Representative Hortman's home, again dressed as a police officer, wearing the tactical vest and body armor, and wearing that hyper-realistic mask. He was armed and carrying a flashlight. Before he
was armed and carrying a flashlight. But again, he had a police plate that he allegedly manufactured. Everything was down to the T. Like, I don't know, man. To me, I don't feel like he looked that much like a cop. And like their alleged story is that he ran down on, like, he had already got the other ones. Like, he already got the first ones. Somebody on a whim, this is the craziest shit ever too, is some sergeant out of nowhere is just like, well, hey, these people are like Hortmans, the Hortmans live like a couple blocks away. Maybe we should check on them. Like, just a random whim, dude. Like, no shots fired, no calls, no nothing. The police get there, and this is where it picks up. So I'll just play
entered the home. 2 Brooklyn Park police officers arrived at the scene. They too had been dispatched to check on Representative Hortman after learning of the shooting of Senator Hoffman. When they arrived at the scene, they saw Belter's black SUV parked in the driveway with the emergency lights flashing, and they saw Belter standing in front of the house several feet from the door. When Belter saw the officers get out of the car, he drew his weapon and began firing. He rushed into the house through the front door, firing into it. He repeatedly fired into the house, and when he entered, he murdered Representative Hortman and her husband, Mark. The Brooklyn Park police officers fired at Belter as he rushed into the home, but he escaped into the home and out the back. Officers recovered Belter's 9mm Beretta, along with the body armor and the mask, behind the home along his path of flight when he fled on foot. They later searched Belter's car, where they found 5 more firearms, including assault-style rifles and a large quantity of ammunition. Belter also had in his car notebooks containing a list of more than 45 Minnesota state and federal elected officials, including Representative Hortman. Now, Belter planned his attack carefully. He researched his victims and their families. He used the internet and other tools to find their addresses and names, the names of the family members. He conducted surveillance of their homes and took notes about the location of their homes. He also prepared in other ways. He concealed himself as a police officer, outfitting his black SUV with police lights and a police license plate, wearing a black tactical vest and body armor, carrying a police flashlight and a handgun. And of course he wore...
Yeah. So
Yeah,
again,
they went.
a lot of it doesn't make sense. You know, the police how did he have enough? Like, I mean, don't get it twisted. If he, I guess in a scenario where he's running through the house, I guess it's not impossible for him to just gun down 2 people. But like, they were there. You know what I mean? Like, the cops were there. And he just had enough time to get. They didn't chase him. They didn't go into the house. And then they find the mask out back. They find the body armor. They find the Beretta.
All of the contents. Yeah.
Why do you think? Like, obviously, she voted against Democrats. You know what I mean? Do you think, in your heart of hearts, that they would start killing, like a Tim Walz would be like, yo, whack her out?
Yeah, I mean, we're technically already in the Civil War. I mean, realistically, I think we're gonna see a lot more of this shit. The parties are just so far apart now. It's like violence on violence. Yeah, they just hemmed up another guy in police uniform. He was at one of the protests and shit, Mad Magazines in Pennsylvania.
You're right.
So it's like, that's gonna be a play, dressing up as first responders. I know they were saying a lot of the terrorists who came across the southern border were planning like to use like first responder uniforms in their terrorist attacks, you know. So like, this is kind of in that playbook, but yeah, man, we're there's like a war on our homeland too right now. It's just
well, it's incredible that people are willing to be out there like that, you know, like, or feel like they have to be out there like that. I'm trying to find a video right now, homeboy.
Bro. I mean, they've been screaming dude's a Nazi for the entire election campaign, and people are like, yeah, I agree with that. So, like, if you feel you're fighting, it's like these ideologies, bro. It's the same thing. Like, I'm a chosen person. Like, yo, I believe I'm fighting against a Nazi. What won't you do?
No, exactly. You think it's the maybe this is it. Yeah, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, coming in hot.
But
start it over.
this fucking guy, they just stopped. Completely decked up. I don't know what the fuck he had planned out. But Holy shit, this guy had like fucking, he has clips. Looks like he had 15 clips.
Look at them. Fucking bullets.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. This guy was planning something.
Yeah, where you going, bro?
Oh,
Dressed
shit.
like that, no less.
He's definitely great value too, bro. He's great value.
That's crazy.
Yo, they've been really nice to this dude. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna pause that for a second so we don't catch no copyrights
Yeah.
because of the music or whatever. But
yeah,
yeah, clearly this is in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and it's like obviously the caption says it's not on the news. Nobody saw that, you know what I mean? But they caught a guy with an extensive amount of ammunition and weapons. And that I don't think is necessarily okay. You know, obviously whatever is legal to carry is legal to carry, you know. But these cats aren't looking at it in terms of like that. They're looking at it like a civil war, like you said. So it's like, nah, man, I gotta go be the martyr. I gotta go be the Thomas Crooks that takes a shot at the president, climbs up on the thing. You know what I mean? So I just don't feel like they view it like that, you know?
Yeah, no. I'm trying to, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to live a normal life as long as I can. Because I feel like shit is leading up to, like, you know, like we discussed, like being prepared for things, you know, the unexpected events that go on, that could go on, you know what I mean, around us. Like being prepared, having a place to go, like having grub, like having a good clique of people, you know, like that's where like you gotta start spending more and more time on shit like that, you know, while you're still trying to keep a piece of normal life as long as you can, because like it may not be so normal, you know, in the near future. And that's just the reality we live in. Like, it's not great to think about. Like, most people don't want to think about it, but you know, we think about it. I think about it.
Well, yeah, well, no question. And I think everybody can agree that the world has gotten a lot more like a lot heavier, a lot like more volatile. And not even just, again, there's been so many things that have happened since the last time we've streamed. Like, we didn't even get into like all the fucking volcanoes that have just been erupting all over the planet. Like, there's just massive geological events going on as well. And like the Earth, just be prepared. Like Irv said, make sure you guys are putting time into preparing just in case shit passes by, whatever. You know what I mean? At least it's better to need it and not have it than have it and not, need it and not have it.
Yeah, definitely. And look for some products coming to the TikTok store. You know what I mean? You know, get some updated products on the TikTok shop for things like this, mills, whatever. You know, in case shit hits the fan, you know what I mean? Like, people can be ready.
Yeah, for sure, and it is a great idea. And again, we don't want to fearmonger. This is just shit that we're seeing, and the way that the world is going, and just, you know, there's talk of the geophysical event, which we haven't really been able to talk about either. But nobody knows what the fuck it is. It could be nuclear war. It could be a visit from extraterrestrials. It could be a fucking comet we didn't see coming. But something, just be prepared and protect yourselves and your families. And we're planning. We're fucking around.
That's it. That's what it's about too, man. Like, you can know this shit. This shit is heavy. Rent high as fuck. Houses expensive as fuck. Like, wages ain't going nowhere. Like, food's expensive. Like, you know, like, people are going through it out here. Like, so.
And a bunch of psychopath leaders.
Yeah, Yeah, plus all the shit on top of that shit. It's like, you know what I mean? People are tired of the bullshit, man. Like, and I'm with them on that.
Yeah, no diggity. Yeah, man. Well, it's, I think with the way shit's moving now, as long as America stays the fuck out of it, I haven't looked at X in a little while to see if we joined yet. Did I tell you I got into an argument with somebody the other day on Facebook? Well, it wasn't necessarily an argument, but I laughed at him. Somebody had asked me, or somebody had posted, like, yo, what is like one of our, I think it's actually one of our homies fucking posted, like, oh, what's a good news source outlet, where you can just scroll through multiple articles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had posted X, and I was like, yo, in my opinion, X is the best source of information. You know what I mean? Because it's unfiltered, and it's like you can get it from anywhere you want in there. And somebody was like, replied to my comment and was like, yeah, for Nazis. And I was, I swear, I wish I could pull it up on Facebook right now. But well, it was funny because I just reacted at his shit, and I was like, yo, man, ain't you supposed to be at a No Kings rally today?
You're gonna win it?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's just like, bro, like, come on. Which, what are your thoughts on the No Kings rally, bro? We gotta get this out the way. Like, it's.
Can you pull up the flyer?
Can I pull up the flyer?
Yeah,
sure.
I've been working you on the boards tonight. Yeah, let's go. You're crushing it, by the way, bro. You're fucking crushing it.
I like it, man. I like getting it up there. So let's see. No Kings flyer. Is there like
a kind of like no one? Scrubs? Maybe the flyer that the homie had in his car would be nice.
That would be cool.
Right? Like, show us the flyer.
No Kings flyer. Let's see.
Oh, should make it no.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like any specific. There's some shit floating around, but it doesn't look like. Oh, this is what's floating around.
They're calling Trump a king.
So yeah, so essentially, from what I understand, and if there's anybody out there that has a differing opinion, feel free to make a comment. We're not open, But from what I understand is that people were under the impression that Trump may have been trying to seek out a third term. So there was no kings, I guess, is the premise.
No kings.
Ask Google, dude. Ask Grok. Ask Grok what is it.
All right.
I'm gonna get these ones. These are the flyers, though, so I'm gonna show this real quick. So these are the flyers that were found in Homeboy's car, at least, allegedly found in Vance Bolter's. I mean, I can ask Grok. It's up to you.
I'm asking her now. Ooh.
Yeah, just to give us a summary so that way we're not fucking misquoting ourselves, I guess. I'm going to pull this down. What is AI? I think No Kings was. I heard it was funded by the CCP and Walmart.
Oh, the rallies. Yes. Daughter of Walton, Sam Walton.
Yeah, she's an heiress, right?
Yeah, they're looking for him. They're looking for him. Protests against Trump, against his administration policies, immigration crackdowns, authoritarian tactics, military parade in D.C., and coinciding with Trump's 79th birthday and the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary. Like, that's some celebrating shit, though. That's some. So they were
Why
upset
not?
with all. I mean, U.S. Army's 250. That's dope. That's historic. It's the president's birthday, and he had
No,
a
but they got to
military
make it
parade.
look. But they got to make it look like this is one of them Soviet Union fucking parades, like waltzing the fucking missiles down the parade. You know,
It's a mind fuck in reality to me, because that's all I see, because that's all I've seen do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like South Korea, Putin, Z in China, like those are the cats who do the military parade, but like, so subconsciously, yes, it's like that. But like, you can also have a fucking parade because you're proud of the army. You know what I
Sure.
mean? And having boys out. But it's
well, any parade in the world or any parade in the United States usually typically has the armed forces in it, right?
yeah, all of them. Yeah.
They'll have the guys walking from the Air Force, guys walking from the Navy, the Army. So it's like, I don't really see what the difference is. And especially if you're that proud to be in the Army, which most people that are in the Army are kind of proud to be in there, which they should be.
Yeah.
And same thing with the Marines. I know they honor that shit to the grave, like
Most definitely.
the Navy as well. So it's like, why not celebrate them? And yeah, whatever, man. Show the world, like, yeah, listen, no.
I mean, the shit was lame. The shit was lame though, but we don't do them. So I would take it. The first one would kind of be a little lame-ish. But then you turn around and like 2 days later, you're like, we're about to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you celebrate it, and then it's like no kings, and then he decides if we get to go to war, bro. It's like
our parade is in Iran. The parade
it's
through
like,
Iran.
get ready to ship out, boys. Enjoy.
Oh, dude, you think there'd be a draft?
I find it hard that we send troops in. I would really find it hard. If they do, there will be a draft. There will be. Like,
well, yeah, they can't.
It's the Persians, bro. They're fighters, man.
And there's like, yeah.
Iran's
a big country, bro.
I mean, look how Iraq, the insurgents, how they gave us hell. They legit gave us hell, like with their bullshit bombs and whatever. Like they were a legit resistance, you know.
Yeah.
Which it's just fucking crazy because you're going up against a super power, but you're willing to get it in to defend your country. So like, and our track record fucking sucks, bro. Excuse my language,
but
that sucks.
That's what I was just gonna say though. Is I 1000% agree that our track record, the American dream over there, hasn't been the best. Our CIA has meddled in things forever. The entire establishment of the state of Israel is weird with the Balfour document and the Rothschilds, and then the post World War II shit from there's just a lot of tomfoolery throughout history, man. And we perpetuate that shit. We're almost like the mercenaries of the world. Point, man. Point, and we'll shoot.
Yeah.
But allegedly, Trump is trying to keep us out of it. If Trump will get some respect if he keeps us out of this conflict. But if I know Trump, I believe he makes I don't know. I feel like there's a blunder coming. Hey, you know what I mean? And not necessarily hit like him, but maybe they played something wrong.
Yeah. You just made a mistake.
Yeah. And Iran has a nuke and it's about to fucking fall. You know what I mean? Like, not
you remember the story on the the New Jersey drones looking for the container.
Yes.
Remember that shit? Like,
and here we are
looking for nuclear material. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be lulled to sleep. Like, shit.
There was just another plane too that went up. That was tracking nuclear shit. Let me see here. Nuclear plane. That's interesting. You just said that. Nuclear plane. Let me see what comes up for those keywords real quick.
I was searching.
Yeah, just because all right, so here it is. So it's just a post I'd seen earlier. I don't know how true it is, but it says breaking U.S. nuclear sniffer plane. I guess I'll just share it with you guys. So if I'm getting lied to, we're all getting lied to.
Yeah, share that shit with us.
So it says nuclear sniffer, and this account is Hank. We don't really follow. We just Googled it.
What up, Hank?
I know, right? It's taken off from Omaha and is now flying unusual patterns across multiple states. It only flies when there's a serious nuclear threat. This follows Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities and escalating threats of retaliation from Tehran. The WC-135R Constant Phoenix is designed to detect nuclear fallout and is one of just 3 in the world. The plane launched from Outfit AFB, home of the U.S. Strategic Command, and began orbiting key areas of the northern U.S. Experts said the last time this plane was used was after Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022 to track radioactive. And this is, I guess, essentially is like the flight tracker because they all have call tags. So, and this is a nuclear sniffer. So it's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. Did you see the evacuations too? Like, what was it called there? China issued an evacuation for Israel. There's a couple. I guess for whoever was in Israel. So let's see here. So China is telling their citizens to get out of Israel. Trump is telling people to evacuate Tehran. China is ordering all Chinese citizens to leave Israel and Palestine immediately. Something big's coming, dog. You don't just send out like evacuation orders like when Israel did it in 9/11. Don't show up to work. That's crazy.
Not that plane for late.
What is it? Found it?
Flight path. Yeah.
And this is the nuclear scanner.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So this is the route it was flying. But the base is there as well, right? Wherever it took off, or where did it say? I can't remember where it said it was from. Strategic Air Command. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see here in the next couple days what happens with that. There's quite the time difference too, so we're kind of like trying to catch up on information. And fucking, did anybody out there hear about just random, real quick, or tell these cats about the dude that jumped out of a plane and survived?
Oh, the Indian airline joint?
The Air India.
Stop.
So, Cat.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, do it, bro. Go for it.
No, you're
good. Some cat. I guess I'll just punch it in real quick. But Air India went down. What was it? A couple days ago, or maybe last week?
Last week.
But there was one survivor from the crash out of like 250 people. So, but it's interesting because apparently he was sitting in a seat 11A or 11B. Can't remember which one, but coincidentally or not, another dude a decade earlier than that survived a similar crash sitting in the same seat. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, bro, that's legit Final Fantasy vibes.
Oh, dude. Yeah, escaping death, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be so scared too because the reports are saying that he jumped out of the plane. But because there's video surfacing now of him. Let me see. Air India crash. Dude,
they actually got him jumping out.
I don't know if they got him jumping out, but they definitely. Let's see.
That's a fucking shame, man.
Yeah, homie survived with very little. So he was in 11A. And then a Thai singer who survived a plane crash 27 years ago reveals he also sat in 11A. So you guys are flying. That's the seat I'm looking for is 11A.
I wonder if that's just by the wing. If it's by the wing or not. Probably not.
Shit. Hey, we probably could. Let's see. Air India seating.
I think you gotta change. Got a different mindset.
Seat map.
What is that? Right.
What do you mean? Oh, that's the safest plane seat. That's funny. There's a bunch of speculation. Let's see what this is real quick. See if it shows us 11A. Yeah, I think it does. So this is allegedly. Let me just make sure real quick before I put it up. It says Airbus Boeing. Can't tell if it's. So this, at least the headline says it is. I guess I'll put it up real quick. But this is allegedly. This is allegedly the seating chart. So it looks like 11A is somewhere over here.
Oh, okay.
So it's right above the wing.
Yeah,
but you gotta think, bro. You gotta have the most perfect fucking circumstances ever for a plane crash, bro.
To be the only one.
To be the rest of them were cooked. The rest of them were charred to death.
I'm not filming these planes, man.
No way, bro.
I'm just not filming that.
You're flying right now. You're
yeah, and Boeing was pumping out bullshit engines with no screws and shit for trying to make deadlines.
And then whacking people.
Yeah, and killing the whistleblowers who really cared about flight safety.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, those planes are in service right now.
these are the people, man. Shit's the wildest shit ever. This is our reality.
I forgot about that one. That's, you know how deep far that shit is.
Yeah, but you got a point. You got a point though, bro. It's not safe right now, and like a lot of the planes that are in operation now are those same planes that they were pushing out, and we're starting to see a lot of issues, and not just like little issues. We're having plane crashes. I'm not gonna associate it with that, but like just in the last year since January, we've had so many plane crashes. Helicopter crash in New York City. We had like the
near misses too.
Tons of near misses.
Yeah, landing with no gear, like coming down one engine. Like, yeah, it's just like, come on.
Just drive, unless you're going to like Europe or something, dude. I mean,
then you just do the Hail Mary and just go with it.
Bro, listen, I don't know about that. Not these
what
days.
Do
like, right now,
Hail Mary wants.
Yeah, it was. Yo, listen.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, what else can you do? You know, there's this hilarious. What is it? Hilarious. Fuck. I gotta find it before we wrap, and then we'll wrap this bitch up. But it's you know who Shane Gillis is?
I heard of it. Don't recall right now.
Let me see. I gotta get it now because he's on he's in a show and they're like on a plane that's going down and everybody's like calling their loved ones and this dude's fucking, oh my god, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's hilarious. Shane. Thank you everyone for tapping in this evening. Shane Gillis plane.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? X, Rumble, Instagram. We live, baby. We live.
I know, right? Got 57 with us. We appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm trying to make sense of this nonsense out here.
Love you, weirdos.
This is annoying. How do I punch in Shane Gillis plane skit and it pops up? Fox 11 chopper pilot flying around the city talking about his marriage falling apart.
Oh, come on.
Hilarious. I might have to go to Google for this shit. Yeah, I would be scared to death, dude, to get on a plane right now. I would not do it. But I guess people have to use it for travel, you know.
Oh, yo, the other shit is, let me see. Okay, Sarah Adams, intelligence, CIA, but she's been warning about the terrorists coming across the border and shit. And she said they got the plastic suicide vest that can't be picked up in airports.
Really?
Yeah, they got a special type of suicide vest that they could get through screening with. Like she's like, yo, somebody do something, and nobody's doing nothing. So yeah, she's like, you know, they got at least 10 vests over the border.
Damn, bro.
So that's like, yeah, that's something else too. And I'm just throwing this out here, you know, like could be something, could not be, but you know, they broadcast what can happen.
Oh, no doubt about it. And like when we had all of them people come in, we didn't vet anyone. There was just no vetting at all. And like again, we don't want to fearmonger, but there have been talks of even like Iranian sleeper cells, like, you know, in America, where it's like they're just like, once they're activated, bro, then what? You know,
then what? Yeah, yeah. That's the blowback that we can have here. But it's like, and that could very well be a false flag too. You know what I mean? Not even has to be a false flag, but something that they allow to happen. Like, know where these dudes are, allow them to
well,
hop
what's
on
even
those planes.
crazier is when they stage it and it's really the Mossad making it look like it was someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which, yeah, that shit would never be the case. You know what I mean? They would never allow that to be reality.
Nah, hell no.
So we wouldn't stand a chance.
Motherfucker. Yeah, no, we went to
No,
TikTok.
just, you know, you gotta keep your head on a swivel out there, as we always say. You know, be aware of your surroundings. You know, live life though.
What is going on here?
What happened?
Like, nah, it's this TikTok shit is fucking bugging me out. Anyways, yeah, no, you guys got to keep your head on a swivel, and it's a weird world, man. And as long as we keep opening people's minds, and we can keep talking about it, and we're spreading that awareness, man. Can't revolt. They label you a domestic terrorist, and then you gotta go to the can, you know. So, yeah, I guess we'll wrap this one up. We appreciate everybody being with us tonight, and we always appreciate your support. Or have you got anything for the homies?
No, thank you for chilling out tonight. We are approaching 100. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. Really appreciate you. Peace.
Yeah, peace out.